Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, and Barakatah Yahweh Shah, and Wadi Yahweh Shem Shah, Kayaha, Barakah Kodash. That is the Holy Spirit moving me, compelling me to do yet another volume of Sunrise Spiritual Speaking. And I want to speak about the rationing that's taking place amongst the Asherites in Colombia and Ecuador, which Ecuador in particular is going through it. Now, they had a coup attempt on the government about 2-3 months ago, and then they had martial law instituted for about a month or so, because you had the cartels. They were trying to overthrow the government, which the government is really pro-Edomite. So you got a lot of people that was on board with the overthrow because they fed up with American influence out there. And we've been seeing what's going on with Colombia. You know, they just broke off formal relation with Israel. They got a so-called progressive leadership in there, progressive cabinet in there. But what they're doing right now, you got millions of people, they're having to ration electricity and they're having to ration water. And we've been saying that this is gonna plague you tribes. You're not gonna be able to eat, you're not gonna be able to drink, and you're not gonna be able to really work because of electricity. Now over there in Ecuador, this is about 2 weeks ago, they told people to stay home, don't go to work, don't go to school because they don't have enough electricity. Now that's been taking place in South Africa for some years now, where they got rolling blackouts. Now if a brother can grab the book of Ezekiel, the 4th chapter, I think it's the 16th verse, where the Heavenly Father said that the Heavenly Father said that our people is going to have to do that they was going to have to ration water. I think it's Ezekiel 4 and 16 and Ezekiel 5 and 16. And also, my brother can get Exodus 10 and 21, because all these problems that we see in Central and South America, that we see in the land of Ham, that we see in Southeast Asia, those problems are coming to America in a real heavy way. And it's going to hit America the worst. Which I was listening to Patrick Humphrey. You already got, and this has been happening for a few years now, it's just now picking up. You got a lot of substations that are being destroyed. So you got here in Babylon, certain people that are without electricity, but it's not in the millions as it will be very soon. It's going to be in the tens of millions and ultimately the hundreds of millions, because you got, it's estimated almost 400 million people here. It's not going to be water, food, and electricity for the majority of these people. But see, those of us that trust in the Heavenly Father, we're going to be all right. So this is the book of Ezekiel 4 and 16 from my brother Balak. Shalom to you, brother. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care, and they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. That's right, you're going to be astonished, because you're used to readily having water accessible, but now you don't. Because in these different countries, they gather rainwater, they gotta boil it, or they'll go down to the river and they'll do a treatment process. But here in Babylon, you can just go ahead and turn on the faucet, which I wouldn't recommend that, because we know there's all types of fluoride in it. That's why the majority of these people are all dumbed down. But short of that, you can get a Berkey, or you can go ahead and get some other filtration system. But very soon you're gonna have to measure it. And that's what they're doing down there in South America amongst them Asherites. Which is no wonder why you see so many Asherites coming up this way. Because the situation has been piss poor, because of the sanctions, because of the poor government mismanagement, and ultimately because the majority of those people down there are Israelites, so they're under the curses. So they've been coming up here to escape the curses. And you see what's happening to the people that are stuck down there. They really going through it. But how you know America is getting so bad, which I've been on the road for an hour or so, a little over an hour actually, and man, it's real bad out here. It's real bad on the West Coast, but not just the West Coast, the East Coast, Midwest, down south. But how you know America is getting so bad? A lot of these migrants, they doubling back. They're actually going back to their homeland. That's been happening a lot in New York. Why? Because the resources are dwindling here. So again, everything that we see taking place in these different countries, it's only a matter of time before it comes over here. All right, so let me go ahead and finish this off. That they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity. That's right, because these are ultimately plagues from the Heavenly Father. Matter of fact, can a brother grab Zechariah 11 and 9? Because the Heavenly Father, he's the one that provides the daily bread. He's the one that keeps our people fed. Now our people, because they're so carnal and because they're so disconnected from their power, they think it's because of the so-called white man in society that he's set up, or because they hustle hard. No, it's ultimately the Heavenly Father that keeps you fed. But see, as we're going to read in Zechariah 11 chapter, he said that he's no longer going to feed our people. And that's what he's beginning to do down there amongst the Asherites. All right, he's ceasing to feed those people. And they're attempting to go up here and in different places. But guess what? Wherever you go, some plagues is going to follow you. Ezekiel 5:16, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. That's right. Because famine, that's a sore evil upon you. And we know that the Heavenly Father creates evil. And he pours evil out upon people because of their wickedness. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction. That's right. So this is for your destruction. And which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon. Right. So the Heavenly Father, he's going to increase it. Meaning you're going to have to measure more and more. Because it's already he off that heroin. He got that opioid lean. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And Esau go through it out here. And as I said before, why I like it up here so much, part of the reason why I like it up here so much, see, this place is getting gentrified, yet it's being gentrified not in the traditional way in which Esau come and displace Judah or Issachar. No, it's the opposite way. You got a lot of Judites come up here, and they occupying the homes. You know, a lot of Issacharites, which there's a lot of Issacharites that's been up here, but there's even more coming up. But primarily Judah. You see a lot of Judites up here now. I came up here initially in 2019, and it wasn't a whole lot of Judites. Now you're gonna see a whole lot of Judites. You be downtown during lunchtime, you're gonna see Judites walking around. You can tell they're of the professional sort. You know, they got the little suit on, or they got the little Stacey Adams on, and then you'll see an Edomite roll by. That's a spirit. It's a spirit. Hey, the Wadiyah Bashigal Shah, you see that's a spirit. I was about to say you see an Edomite walking by pushing a cart, and that's literally what I just saw. Edomite pushing a cart with his bike. You know how they attach it to their bike, looking gone, like the brothers in LA say, Thruvo. All right, but let me read this again. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, right? Yeah, you can't forget about them animals, which I think a bear, I got the notification, but I didn't check it out. I think it was in Utah. A bear just devoured some, I think it was 2 people. Because the Heavenly Father, he's going to unleash more of these beasts. And they got their scope on you Edomites all the time. Now, there are certain times which Israelites get devoured. Like I remember a few months back, it was some Navajo Dene woman, which those are Gadites. She got devoured by a pack of dogs. But for the most part, it's going to be Esau. But this prophecy is really pertaining to Judah, but pursuing to Deuteronomy and the rest of the tribes, but pursuing to Deuteronomy 30:7. Hey, these plagues are going to you Edomites as well. So will I send upon you famine and beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, Adonai Yahweh, have spoken it. That's right. And what the Heavenly Father has spoken, guess what? You can bet on that. Your Asherites are wicked. Yeah, I know, man. I was down there for a summer. They on some, especially when it pertains to sexual deviancy, and they take the cake. Even the ones that you meet up here, man, they got some heavy demons on them. I remember going in the favelas, and you go up, you gonna have 2-3 dudes. They out there, they got the motorbikes, and then they out there with them AK-47s, they AR-15s. They be knocking shit down, man. How does one go about preaching? There's no brothers in my town. Hey, well, there may be brothers in your town, you just don't know. If you want, brother, you can go ahead and you can email me. Just drop a comment with your email, and then I'll correspond with you. Because brothers, I could give you some pointers, and then brothers can give you some pointers. Because if the spirit's on you to go preach, it's Salaki Akim. I had to go ahead and I had to take that. Hey, but if the spirit's on you to we got a notification. If the spirit's on you, hey, to go preach, hey, by all means, brother, go ahead, man. But like I said, just go ahead and drop me a notification. You drop me an email, and I'll go ahead and try to advise you as best I can. Because that's the best thing to do to make your calling and election sure. Get out there on the streets. Now, we do understand that there's certain brothers, they're not prophets, they're not teachers, they're not preachers. Yet some brothers are, and you're gonna be risen up in these last days. And that's you. And also too, I would recommend that you change your YouTube handle, because it gives off a certain vibration. I'm assuming that you're new to the faith, and yet you don't want to be commenting, and then it's a throwed off YouTube handle. It gives the wrong impression, as it says in 1 Thessalonians the 5th chapter, abstain from all appearance of evil. Yeah, let me go ahead and X this out. But let me grab this in Zechariah 11:9. Then said I will not feed you. That's right. So the Heavenly Father, He's gonna stop feeding you tribes. And food is a staple of Israelite culture. Where our people got the Frankie Beverly and Mays going, or you got the oldies, all right, you got the Irk Jerk, the Henny, all right, cooking out, dancing and shit. All right, if you got a little bit of money, you might have a pool. Hey, same thing with Issachar. Oh yeah, they can come to the Asada, because those are staples of Israelite culture. Eating a lot. Our people love to eat. But guess what? The Heavenly Father gonna make it where you can't eat no more. Zechariah 11:9. Then said I will not feed you. That dieth, let it die, and that is to be cut off, let it be cut off, and let the rest eat every one the flesh of another. Right? Because cannibalism is coming. Now, not too far from where I'm at, and I've referenced this before, you got Donner Pass, which that's named after the Donner Party, which they was coming from, I want to say, Illinois, and they were trying to get to Sacramento, either Sacramento or San Francisco, or Sacramento and then San Francisco, where they cut through Reno, right? And Heavenly Father brought a terrible storm, and then people got trapped and they ended up eating each other. And this has happened a few times in American history, but it's coming back. It's coming back hot and heavy, man. And again, just look at what's going on in other parts of the world. And that's the prelude to what we're going to experience here. Yet, pursuant to Isaiah the 65th chapter, the second chapter, the Heavenly Father's going to have the servants eat, and we actually going to have an abundance. And we believe that this is all predicated on faith. We believe this through faith. All right, that's why we show our faith by our works right now. And I was just meditating, man. Hey, I'm so much stronger, and I know you brothers can testify as well, than I was when I first moved out here, just meditating on, sometimes you reflect on certain times. Way stronger, man. The Heavenly Father, He's got us prepared, and Heavenly Father's got us prepared for everything that's coming upon the earth, man. Hey, so the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahshua for putting the Spirit on us to do good for ourselves, which the best thing you can do for yourself is immerse yourself in His Word. Hey, because now we have a heightened level of stability. Let me grab this in Job 5:20. In famine He shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. That's right. So we're going to be redeemed from this. All right, we're going to be exempt from this. Psalms 107:33. He turneth rivers into a wilderness, and the water springs into dry ground. A fruitful land into barrenness. Right? America has been a fruitful land. They call the Central Valley the breadbasket of the world. But guess what? Because of these plagues that the Heavenly Father is bringing, is drying up. A fruitful land into barrenness for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. That's right. Hey, man, over there in the land of Asher, they really produce a lot of corn. A lot of ethanol, but now the Heavenly Father's drying it up. Why? Because of their wickedness. And if the Heavenly Father's doing that to Asher, you can only imagine what He's going to do to you tribes here in Babylon the Great. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end here through the Spirit. I pray this lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. And I again want to give all praise to my power, Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Abba Ba, Shalom to the remnant, Shalom to the elect, and Adon Ratazah, of course, if it be Yahweh's will. As always, I'll be out on these highways and hedges a little later on in the afternoon. All right, till next time. Abba Ba, Shalom to the remnant, Shalom to the elect.